Welcome, everyone. Happy holidays. Welcome to the Rotary Club of Livermore for what is our last gathering for 2021. I say good riddance, right? Put this one in the can. Let's move on, right? Jay Davis, would you do the honors today? Lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. So this is going to be interesting. We got a super busy agenda today. I believe the choir is going to physically join us today. So they haven't made it yet, but word is that they're going to come join us today. So looking forward to that. Songsters? No song today. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. We got a choir, right? Excellent. We'll figure this out. We're rolling with it. So Marianne, there she is. Marianne has a thought to share with us.
This is a short story that I wrote many years ago, and it was about a special Christmas for me as a little girl, and it's called Christmas Magic. One Christmas for me stands out in my memory. I must have been about 5, and I'd been very ill with pneumonia. That Christmas, I did a lot of watching from my special place on the living room couch, wrapped tightly in blankets. Even though I couldn't participate actively in all the festivities, my parents didn't let me feel left out. I gave directions of where to hang the ornaments, which lights needed to be switched because there were too many colors of the same close by. If the tinsel was sparse in one place, too heavy in another, I orchestrated the correction. The tree seemed to sparkle even brighter that year. The house smelled so good as I lay there. Cinnamon and spices from the kitchen mixed with the fresh pine scent from the tree. No wonder visions of sugar plums danced in my head. Christmas Day arrived, and I was still confined to the couch. So all my presents were lovingly brought to me to be unwrapped. I can't remember each of the gifts because they were quite generous. My parents were overly ambitious with Christmas presents. However, I do recall my special gift, a bride doll. I had seen her in the toy store many months before and had really longed for her. She was so beautiful, dressed all in white, with touches of lace on her dress and even on her shoes. She had a miniature strand of pearls around her neck and a beautiful veil cascading from her perfect curls all the way down to the tip of her gown. My fondest wish had come true. That Christmas, my beautiful bride doll was mine to cherish. I still see in my mind's eye that scene when the bride doll was unwrapped and put in my arms. My illness was forgotten, and the magic of Christmas was there. Many years have passed since that Christmas, but I still treasure this season. Somehow the world looks kinder, brighter, and the rough edges are smoothed. A peaceful glow seems to blanket the earth, if only for a short piece of time. Perhaps my vision of Christmas is still that of a 5-year-old lovingly holding her special doll, and everything is wonderful and good. This special bride doll was passed on to another little girl several years later for her to enjoy and cherish, just like I did. Merry Christmas.
Very nice, right? Good time of the year to make memories. Thank you, Marianne. So I'd like to thank the crew that makes these meetings go. Carolyn, thank you out there hosting all of our members on Zoom. Our Spur reporter today, Trish, covering those duties. Thank you, Trish. Audio visual, Paul McCandless holding down the fort today, and Dennis helping out too. It's a team effort. Thank you, gentlemen. David Rounds, our chat monitor, and Kathy Coyle taking care of Spur publisher duties this week. So thank you all for your help. Visiting Rotarians. I don't see any visiting Rotarians in the room here. Do we have any visiting Rotarians on Zoom?
No, we do not, President
Okay.
Ken.
All
Or
right.
not that I've seen.
Okay. So thank you, Carolyn. I do see that we've got some guests here today. So Stu, I see you've got a couple of folks with you. Would you be kind enough to introduce them?
Okay. President Ken and fellow Rotarians, I would like to introduce two prospective members to the Rotary,
Wow.
and they are Captain Manuel Alvarado and Sergeant First Sergeant, that's it, Ryan Schenk, that's it. Okay. So Manuel is, they both oversee recruiting and operations within the Bay Area, and including our area here in Livermore where the recruiting offices are over by Nob Hill. Manuel has a bachelor's in business management and a master's from USC in business, correct? And Ryan has a bachelor's in human resources and was also a member of Rotary in North Carolina for a time. So they are both interested in sharing the cover operations, or to talk about the operations of the Army, recruiting to giving career opportunities to individuals, and also to give back to the community through their volunteering.
All right. All right. You're in the
Welcome.
Welcome, gentlemen, and thanks for joining us. Yeah. We'll be sure to get your names on the distribution list so you can join us again. So.
Hey, Ken, Wendy has a guest.
Okay. Well, Wendy, who's your guest?
You mean my bear? I got a bear.
Is that your guest?
Okay. Yeah, this is my guest. He was given to me by my office mate, Mrs. Margaret McClelland, and quite a number of people in Rotary probably knew Margaret and Mel McClelland. And so I've cherished this bear. Thank you. I don't have anything else to say.
What's the bear's name?
Never did name it. It's nameless.
Yeah.
Well,
I will think of one now that you mention it.
maybe a project for the new year, right? Give the bear.
Okay. Thank you for asking.
And then
So
Ken, we do have some visitors, but we'll do those introductions, I think, Hank, with the outstanding student recognition. So we have a teacher from Vineyard, a very proud parent, and an outstanding student with us. that
Oh,
we'll meet later.
fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you, Carolyn. So we do have another guest here. Mike, I see you've brought your better half.
In the meeting. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's a pleasure to bring my lovely wife, Anita, who is looking forward to hearing the singers.
All right.
Thank you all.
Welcome, Anita. Thanks for joining us. So I just want to tee everybody up. Our guests of honor, the choir, don't appear to be here yet. So we're just going to kind of roll with it. We got lots of announcements. I do want to be respectful if they need to get back to class. When they do come, I want to give them an opportunity to do their thing. So we'll keep going with the announcements until they show up, and then let them do their thing when they get here. And if we need to wrap up announcements after they're done, we'll do that. So appreciate more practice with resilience and flexibility, right? That's our theme for 2021. So thank you all. So first up, Hank, oh, sure. Mr. McMenamin in the house. Welcome, welcome. Do you want to come up here?
Oh, it's been a while. So thank you, President Ken, and fellow Rotarians and guests. Today we recognize 4 members of our club who have donated generously to the Rotary Foundation of Rotary International. Alan Burnham, and I thought I saw Alan out, there he is. Alan is receiving his Paul Harris Fellow +3 pen and has been a Paul Harris Fellow since April 2018. In addition to receiving his Paul Harris Fellow +3 pen, District 5170 is recognizing Alan for being a Paul Harris Society member. And Herb is there ready to present you, Alan. I guess I presented you earlier this week with the certificate. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for kicking that off, Glenn. I appreciate that. Great. And Marianne Rosa is receiving her Paul Harris Fellow +3 pen and has been a Paul Harris Fellow since June of 2002. Thank you, Marianne. Tammy Souza is unable to be with us today, but she is receiving her Paul Harris Fellow +3 pen and has been a Paul Harris Fellow since June 2016. We'll hear more from Tammy when she gets back and is feeling better. Ron Koopman is receiving his Paul Harris Fellow +8 pen and has been a Paul Harris Fellow since January of 2008. So Ron. In addition, 4 members of our club are receiving recognition from District 5170. I've mentioned some of these. So they're receiving recognition from District 5170 for being Paul Harris Society members. So I don't think Keith Beck is here today. I scanned the room briefly, but we'll get Keith his recognition materials. Alan, I've already scored that away with you. Ron, I need to get over and get your materials. And got Paul Thompson's, and so I'll get over to Paul and get that scored away as well. So I do have Marianne's and part of your recognition here, Ron.
And Keith Beck is here. For those of you in the house, Keith Beck is here with us on Zoom.
Oh, can I spring one on you too? So what arrived in the mail yesterday, Paul Harris for Paul McCandless. Congratulations. Another generous Rotarian joining that elite group. And I've got one in the bag here for Mr. Joel Swanson, who's achieved Paul Harris Fellow +7. So we'll get this off to Joel. So congratulations all.
I have some certificates that Pat McMenamin and I have been talking about for a bit of time, that there's a bit of confusion about donations. And it turns out that when you donate enough to qualify for Paul Harris, you get a pin, and subsequent essentially $1,000 donations add little jewels to the pin. And so that's called the Paul Harris Award. It turns out that the district, as well as Rotary International, is also very interested in rewarding people that make frequent donations. You might say the rate of donations. And if you essentially get a Paul Harris equivalency every year, then you become a member of the Paul Harris Society. And for that, you get an award. And Ron Koopman has satisfied that, so I have a. And is Paul Thompson here? Okay, Paul is not here, and Keith Beck are not here. Okay, well, I have certificates of similar nature for Paul Thompson and Keith Beck, and I'll make sure they get them.
Thank you all and congratulations. Truly something to be proud of at this club. I think a bunch of generous Rotarians making good in the world happen. So that's awesome. So we're going to scramble everything up, right? So Hank Shea, are you out there? Can you tee us up for our Student of the Month today?
Yes. The Student of the Month will be introduced by Sarah Walker, who's the principal of Vineyard School. And I see that she's in Zoom.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Shea, President. Good afternoon, Rotarians. My name is Sarah Walk, and I'm proud to be the interim principal of Vineyard Alternative School. And today, it is my honor to present for your recognition, Jack Twizzleman. And Jack is also here on Zoom with us, as is his very proud mother, Julie Twizzleman.
Welcome, welcome.
As a junior, Jack is the youngest person to serve as the Associated Student Body President. He is actively involved in the Vineyard Alternative School Leadership Program, the Regional Occupational Program, and TUPE, the Tobacco Use and Prevention Student Group on the Vineyard campus. He exhibits the entrepreneurial spirit and is positive and upbeat. Our Vineyard Raven values of honesty, responsibility, and respect are apparent in Jack's attitude and behavior. Our school counselor said, quote, "Jack is a scholar and a guiding voice at Vineyard. Commendable is his see something, do something attitude towards helping others regarding mental health. Jack invited a friend to drop in for a chat in the counseling office to provide added support to those who need it. His kindness is contagious." Thank you, Jack, for being such a remarkable Vineyard Alternative School Raven.
Yes, thank you.
I think he's blushing behind that mask, but I can't tell.
Right. Do you want to share anything, Jack?
Sure. I just like to say I really appreciate the nomination. I do deeply care about the school. I did transfer here my freshman year due to health reasons, and just the curriculum I felt was a lot better for my schedule. I mean, I love the school with everything that I've got, and I really appreciate it, everyone.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations, Jack. And Jack's mom, well done. Good job. Raising good human beings. We like that. So Hank, do we have something for Jack?
I bumped into Jack the other day when I was on my way to Mrs. Walk's office, and I have already given him all the loot. That is to say, a plaque and various coupons presented by the merchants of Livermore. Ah, there's the plaque.
Yes, it is right here.
All right. All right. Well, Jack, we're keeping eyes on you, buddy. Okay.
Thank you.
Doing good. Be a good citizen out there in our community, and keep us in mind. We're always looking for leaders that want to make a positive impact in the world. So congratulations.
Thank you.
I do. Thank you. So at this time, I would like to welcome our guests today, some folks that we have missed, right? We haven't seen these folks in a couple of years. So Felice and the Livermore High School Choir. Come on up, everybody.
Oh no.
Hi, everyone.
I'll go here. So this goes to Zoom and the room? Okay. Hello, Zoom and room. It's so good to see you all in person again. Oh, yay! I'm Chris Felice and I teach the choirs at Livermore High. It's been a moment since we've been able to sing for you in person. So I'm super thrilled to have the Livermore High Show Choir back singing for you today. We just have a few short holiday selections to wish you happy holidays. So we're going to start with Winter Wonderland. We hope you enjoy.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman. In the meadow we can build a snowman. Pretend that he is Parson Brown. And pretend that he is Parson Brown. Say, are you married? We'll say no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland.
I have to say, we are so used to singing in the GHMG hotel for you all, which was not as fun to sing in as this room. This is a fun room to sing in. So now we have a sort of a jazz trio that we like to do at the holidays. So these are all some vocal jazz arrangements of tunes I'm sure you're familiar with. The first one is Let It Snow, apparently.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But you really hold me tight. All the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, 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 let it snow. I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. If only in my dreams.
Thank you so much. You're such a warm audience on a very, very cold day. We just have one more selection for you, but before we depart for the afternoon, I'd just like to invite you to come see some of our upcoming events at Livermore High. We are so happy to be able to be performing in person again in the LHS Theater just down the street. So these folks behind me have concerts coming up at the end of January, on January 28th. And we do that as in conjunction with another wonderful Livermore community organization with LVEF. And we do a big concert that features the 90 students at Livermore High plus all the choral students in our district. So it's really fun. We invite you to come out. That's January 28th. And then our winter concert just for the Livermore High choirs is March 4th. We'd love to see you there. Really excitingly, I'd like to plug one thing that's actually not just for the choirs. It's our drama department is putting on a winter musical this year, written by Livermore High and Granada High students. So it's an entirely original musical. A bunch of these folks are in it. It's really, really fun. It's called, or I should say it's not very fun. It's actually quite serious, but it's really cool. It's called Insert Future Here. And it's going up at the end of February. So we'd love to see you at one of those upcoming in-person performances. Thank you so much for all you do to support the arts at Livermore High, especially with the scholarship, the music scholarship program that you all run. Yes. So all you, great. In person even, maybe, Miss Wilson. Oh, I would love that. Okay. So yeah, you all, they do a great scholarship thing. So you're gonna want to pay attention, okay? So we just have one more song for you today. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Oh, yeah. All at the Livermore High School Theater. Yeah, thanks.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing and bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around. jingle bell rock. Mix and a mingle and a jingling bee. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell rock.
That is friggin' awesome. Right? Wow. That was excellent. Nice to hear live music, right? Yeah. And they sound that good wearing masks, right? How do they do that? That's amazing. That's cool. So nice to see those kids join us again. Very, very nice. So I'm going to shift gears again. Thank you for hanging on with me here, folks. What's next for us, Paul? What do you got? See if it looks like what I got. We did that. Congratulations. Carolyn, election of club officers and directors. Can you
President Ken, I am very pleased to be able to announce the slate of officers for our Rotary 2022 to 2023. Boy, those years are a mouthful. Year. And that slate of officers is President-elect Sheila Faliano, Secretary Joel Swanson, and directors Gaud Mamula, Gordon Jones, and Alan Burnham. So thank you very much to the 5 fellow Rotarians who accepted the invitation from the past presidents to be the slate of officers.
Carolyn,
so I think our procedure now, President Ken, is to vote on this slate.
Carolyn, I'm sorry, but there was so much enthusiasm in the room for the first nominees there. We were clapping. We didn't hear all of the names of the directors. So I think we got Gaud. But
yes, so I'm sorry. I stepped over there and should have stopped listening. So President-elect Sheila, Secretary Joel, and then directors Gaud Mamula, Gordon Jones, and Alan Burnham.
All right, excellent. Sounds like a fine slate of Rotarians.
So as the chair of the past president and chair of the past president's nominating committee, we move to elect this slate as our officers for our incoming year 2022 to 2023.
All right, so all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Don't even think about it because we'll sign you up. We'll sign you up in a heartbeat if you're opposed. I think that's a pass, right? I think we've elected these folks.
Yep, I'm not seeing it. I needed to change my screen, so we'll say yes.
Yeah, overwhelming enthusiasm here in the room for that slate. Carolyn, thank you for all your efforts recruiting and lining those folks up. And for all of you that raised your hands to serve our club, thank you. Much appreciated. So.
And President Ken, I do want to let you know that there will be one of the current directors, Christian, who will be able to serve his the first of his 2-year term. So that if there are other people who are interested in stepping into that role, please contact me. And we need to look for a role for Glenn Kubiak for our club treasurer. So please contact me if you're interested in serving in that very important role and have some familiarity with finances. I may be tapping you on the shoulder. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn. Yeah, so none of these positions is meant to be a life sentence, people, right? So we're a club, everybody pitches in, everybody does their thing, try and help out however they can. So think about it. It's a great way to get to know your fellow Rotarians, get involved, and make a lot of good things happen in this community. So community in the world, right? All, good all over the place. So Carolyn, thank you very much. Birthdays and anniversaries. Debbie and Carol. So Debbie Peck and Carol Lintz are helping us out with this today. And I see cupcakes in the house and flowers. Whatever works best for you. So Carol's going to come up.
Birthdays first? Yeah.
No.
Okay, so I'll start with the November birthdays because I guess we didn't do that. Kimberly Griddle was on the 2nd, Barbara Hickman on the 6th, Michael Ferrucci and Brian Mayo were on the 14th, John T. Lynn on the 17th, Kathy Streeter on the 27th, and Bill Nebo on the 29th of November. December, we had quite a few December birthdays in this group. On the 2nd, Clark Streeter, Niall Runge on the 7th, John Shirley on the 8th, and wasn't he 98? Is that one of those? Yeah, exactly. Sherry Sheets is on the 9th, Dennis O'Brien on the 13th, and we have 3 on the 15th, Don Wentz, Lee Yonker, and Tammy Souza. 17th is Will Bateson, on Alan Frank on the 22nd, Christian Chukwuma on the 25th, got a Christmas birthday, Norma Foss on the 26th, Christina Marion on the 27th, Marianne Roska on the 30th, and that's it for the birthdays.
Let's sing happy birthday. Let's sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rotarians. Happy birthday to you. Yay. And wedding anniversaries in November, we had several. On the 2nd, Christian and Catherine Chukwuma celebrated 19 years. Dick and Mimi Warga on the 21st, 40 years. David and Barbara Rounds on the 1st, 41 years. And Lynn and Joan Sepola on the 29th, 41 years. And Jack and Joyce Mills, 62 years on the 19th. And just one in December, and that's Mike and Catherine Reel on December the 22nd, 58 years of marriage. Congratulations.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Debbie. Good job, everybody. Okay. So Beth, you're trying to do more good in the community. What's going on?
So we're having a sock drive. I'm having a sock drive. My son works as an outreach person with Glide. If you're familiar with Glide, it used to be Glide United Methodist Church, but it's bigger now, a tremendous outreach in San Francisco, particularly in the Tenderloin area. And of course, there are many unhoused people who have lost jobs and lost homes due to the pandemic or for other reasons. And they really, really need socks. My son says that's the one thing when people come to his office And very often they don't have socks to give them. So I'm doing my very own sock drive here. So good socks, warm socks, not just men's. There are women and there are children, of course. They're also living in the Tenderloin. So you can either bring them to our very next meeting, which is January 5th, or you can drop them off at my house. I will have a basket out on my little front porch area there, and you can drop as many as you want off. Pick up a few when you're at a store, or but nice warm ones, not those cheap cotton ones they have at Safeway. So some nice socks, and I think that will really help our Greater Bay Area community. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth. So Kathy, I'm going to interrupt for just 1 second. It's Kathleen, is that right? We forgot to welcome you, and you're a guest of ours, right? All right, well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Where's Sonia? Where'd Sonia go? Okay. We will figure that out. Thank you for joining us. So Kathy, I was hoping you could just remind everybody about the photo op opportunity for CAPE tomorrow.
Yes, Ken, tomorrow is the real day. It is at the CAPE headquarters, which is out at Almond Avenue School towards the back at 10 a.m. And so if you'd like to participate in the photo op for the Rotarian Foundation gift to the Head Start kids, just be out there and get your picture taken with everybody. Thank you, Ken.
All right, thank you, Kathy. So this is like one of those tricks, right? I am not the Rotarian of the quarter. But we wanted this to be a surprise. So it is my great pleasure and honor to recognize someone that has kind of gone above and beyond in the first quarter of this year. Somebody that has stepped up and contributed in ways that aren't always obvious, but are very much appreciated. So please join me in congratulating Sonia. Thank you. Thank you for all your efforts, Sonia. They're very much appreciated. And David Rounds has a plaque. He's going to be sneaking over to your house here sometime in the near future. So thank you. Thank you. So I think this is where I'm kind of freestyling it. Oh, no, crab feed. Bob Cowan, you.
Tomorrow night, 5 o'clock at the Travel Bar.
So in case you couldn't hear that on Zoom, crab feed meeting tomorrow night at the Travel Bug, 5 o'clock. And yeah, mark your calendars, people. February 4th going to be here before you know it. So looking forward to that. Next up, is this where I'm freestyling? Oh, yeah, I got some other stuff that came up. So before we talk about next time, Mike Morgan, you had an interesting proposal. Would you like to share that with the club?
Nancy and I own some timeshares, and we enjoy that. A lot of people in this room have vacation homes, and we enjoy our timeshares. So one of our very most favorite is the Highlands Inn, just about 5 miles out of Carmel in the Carmel Highlands area. It's beautiful, gorgeous ocean views. We go there fairly often. We have a reservation next Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe, the 21st and 22nd. It's a 1-bedroom suite. Has a kitchen and a living room and a nice balcony. I can't guarantee an ocean view, but most of them have beautiful ocean views. And the main clubhouse and restaurant is just absolutely fantastic because it's all glass. Pardon me? Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Mike Thompson. Every room has a fireplace, And my wife just loves that because the Hyatt stocks, it's a Hyatt, they stock all of the, there's wood that's available near all the condos. And it's just a lot of, very enjoyable because you have a real fire you can do in the fireplace. It is just down from, what's the name of that park area there? Point Lobos. Point Lobos is right below it, which is great to walk through. It's a beautiful location. The units are very warm and inviting, and we enjoy it very much. I called the Hyatt to find out what the cost would be if somebody were to buy one of these. It's $750 a night. We have 2 nights, and we're willing to let it go as long as the club can get at least $500 for both nights. So that's about 1/3 of what it would cost if you could get a reservation, but it's usually booked. But it's a lot of fun, and it's really beautiful. So we thought we would offer that as an auction item for the club, for the money to go to the club. Pardon me? The dates are the 21st and 22nd. I believe that's next week. I realize that, Tuesday and Wednesday. Check-in is around 3. Check-out is 10. It's 2 nights, and we enjoy it. And the internet is solid. So if you want to go there and just work remotely, you got great internet, okay? All right. Thank you.
So wow, a very generous offer from Mike, trying to raise some bucks for our club. But some time, kind of narrow time frame, busy time of year. Do we have any interest, any takers? Anybody like to take Mike up on his generous offer? So maybe you got to check your calendars. Maybe you got to check the checkbook, whatever you got to do. But get back to us, okay? Unless there's somebody out there on Zoom who wants to steal this right now. Okay. Well, Mike, thank you for the generous offer. Do you want to put a deadline on this? So you, what, 5 o'clock today? Today's Wednesday. Noon tomorrow. Noon tomorrow, people. Let Mike know. I'll let him deal directly with you. Sure. Nice. If there are no takers, and I understand, because it's a busy time of year, then Nancy and I will enjoy going. Darn, right? Yeah. So there you go, people. Highlands Inn, let Mike know by noon tomorrow if that's something that you're interested in. And again, thanks, Mike, for your generous offer there. Crab feed. And Mike Thompson, you wanted to remind us about another fun upcoming event, right? Get a mic for Mike? Mic for Mike?
Thank you. Just another reminder for our upcoming 75th anniversary of our Rotary Club will be Friday, February 25th. It'll be out at Poppy Ridge. We have a wonderful event. There'll be appetizers, 3-course meal, dancing, just a fun night, 2 bottles of wine on each table, and the total cost is just $100 each. And we would also please ask you to contact any past members that you're still in contact with to invite them. We want this to be a really fun celebration, and we'll have a great time. It's at 6 p.m. on the 25th, Friday the 25th. Thank you.
All right, so mark your calendars, everybody. More fun in the new year for us Rotarians. Checking the list. I think that's it. I think that's all the announcements I had today. So we are dark for the next 2 weeks. I hope everyone has a joyous, happy, safe, and healthy holiday season. Go out there, be kind, be safe for the next couple of weeks. And then January 5th, we'll be back for a presentation from Lawrence Cole and the Pacific Chamber Orchestra. There they are. And then it's not January 15th. Sometimes we have typos. That's January 5th. That'll be our next meeting. So, Treasurer Glenn.
I didn't know this isn't on the program, but I wanted to make a donation. And I would encourage others to do the same since it's getting toward the end of the year. As many of you might know, I've been participating in a run club for several years, and especially through the pandemic, it's been one of the best psychological reliefs that I've ever experienced. But sadly, we lost one of our founding members last night, David Specht. Some of you might know him. It was an extremely rapid lymphoma. He was diagnosed only 3 weeks ago, and he died last night shortly after we were there singing carols. So I would like to donate $500 in the name of David Specht. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. And that reminds me, I think, Tim Barry, you had some good news you wanted to share with us too, right?
Well, I just look back on this year. It's a difficult year for many, many people, and I just count my blessings. Our family is healthy and things are secure. And this year, I've rediscovered recording music thanks to Michael and Stu. And so I want to join the President's Club for all the joy that has brought me. Thank you, guys.
And certainly thank you for all of your efforts and participation in that. That's been a bright spot for all of us, I think. So anybody else? Spontaneous good news? Anything? Anybody? Oh, the taller Thompson first. You're gonna rat him out? Okay.
Well, thanks, and I'm sorry, Stu, about your friend. So I've been emailing and checking with Gowd a little bit and didn't understand where to send the money for your ENT thing in India. So I want to, I'm sure you told me.
It happens.
But I've been gone. I had a few days in Hawaii, in the Big Island, and the rain and the snow. It was actually great. We only had 2 days of sort of wobbly stuff. So Gowd, I'm going to give 2 donations here, both the same amount. I'm going to give $250 to Gowd, and I'm going to give $250 for the Nepalese Children's Fund. I want to start building that up again. So maybe I'll give you a bit more, but I need to know where to send it and whatever. I know I'm slow here. Send me the link. Okay.
I'll send you the information, Paul.
Okay, I understand, but I was a bit concerned about if we go through the local foundation, I may as well get it out. If we go through the local foundation, I want to make sure that the foundation is legally able to send money overseas.
Yes.
It has. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, Gowd. I may send you a bit more. I'm not sure yet. Okay.
So thank you, Paul. And just to clarify, I want to make sure everybody's clear on this as far as Paul's questions about donating money to the local foundation that is ending up overseas. I think it's 2 years ago now, the foundation board agreed to allow the clubs to use restricted fund accounts, right? Where you're contributing to a specific fund. So this is music scholarships. This is, what are the other ones we do? A children's holiday party, a specific cause that we want to support. We're able to leverage the 501c3 status of our foundation and help us do good wherever. And this was inspired by the fires in Chico a couple years ago, where a bunch of Rotarians said, hey, we want to help, but the mission of the Rotarian Foundation of Livermore is local, right? So we tried to expand those and not disrupt what was already in place and is working great, right? If you make contributions that aren't restricted to the local foundation, for sure, absolutely, all that money is going into the community, right? So no issue there. You're still doing good in the local community. But on occasion, as certain needs arise, as certain situations present themselves, if we want to pivot and be a little flexible and be able to respond, we put that structure in place. So it's all good. We'll try and keep everybody out of trouble on that. So, and Mr. Mr. Mike Thompson, I saw. Oh, how helpful of you. Isn't that nice of you? So Mike Thompson's throwing people under the bus here, right? So
I have not been on a vacation, but I'll match Paul's gift for the Nepalese Children's Fund, okay?
All right. Thank you, Splend. Very generous of you. Very generous of you. Anybody else? Anybody else want to fess up? Oh, okay. It's contagious. It's contagious.
Boy, I was off on my numbers.
Some folks have been traveling, having good
Before
times.
I pass it on, I'm also sent something to the Nepalese Children's Fund yesterday.
All right.
Well, some of us ladies went on a cruise together, and we got back last week, so we all had fun. So, what? We went out of Miami to Bimini and Cozumel. Just a short cruise on Virgin Voyages, new cruise line. Yeah.
How fun was it?
I'll donate 50 to the club.
All right.
I'll donate 50.
Well, I will too then.
No pressure.
Okay,
no
we'll
pressure.
all donate 50 to the club.
All right. Thank you.
you.
Glad you had a good time, made it back safe. So. We're having trouble hearing here, so, okay. Anybody else, anybody feeling generous out there in Zoom land? Anybody want to do some good before the end of the year? No pressure.
I would love to.
No?
I would love to.
Oh, is that Christian?
That's me.
All right, Christian, what do you got?
Well, my daughter, Jackie, our sprinter, unfortunately will not join next season because she injured her knee playing flag football that she doesn't normally play. Anyway, the surgery went very, very well. Thankfully, she's fully recovering. It will take about 10 months, but I'm so happy the way things are healing. I should be back on the tracks the following season. So I'm so happy the way things are healing right now, and I would love to donate $100 to the music scholarship.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you so much. I think I already joined your President's Club already. So maybe next year I'll do more.
And all the best to Jackie and a speedy recovery for her. We'll
Thank
get
you.
her back
Thank
out.
you so much.
Yeah. Anybody else? Oh, Mike Morgan. All right. Thank you. Very nice. This generosity stuff's contagious, people. It keeps going. Thank you, Mr. McMenamin. So we're raising money, doing good. Nice. Close enough? Oh, Marianne. All right. Oh, wow. Definitely something to be proud of. So Marianne's kicking down some money too. Mike Thompson, raising your hand again? All right, okay. Mike's reminding everybody that if you would like to support the Rotarian Foundation of Livermore, they are accepting gifts. So. Do you want to do that? Or okay. So to make sure that all these generous donations end up where they're supposed to,
Okay, so the first choice would be, so on our website, on the club's website, there is a link that will take you directly, an online link that will take you directly to pay online to the Nepalese Foundation. That was added at Paul's request a few months ago. If that is not to your liking, you can send the check directly to the District 5170 Foundation memo line, Nepal Fund, Nepalese Fund, they'll understand. The third option is to have a check written just the way I said, District 5170 Foundation, memo line, Nepal Foundation, and just send it to me at the P.O. Box 694, Livermore, California, and we'll get it into the right hands. Questions? Good?
Thank you, Glenn. Well, people, this has been fun. Good to see everybody. Happy holidays. See you next year.